Hello, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Stone, and this is your grammar lesson for the week. This is grammar lesson number 6 over complex sentences. You will have a quiz on Friday, but you need to remember that we didn't have a quiz last week because I wanted to combine it with this one. So Friday, your quiz will be over compound and complex sentences. So it shouldn't be too hard. I'll just say something like, here are two sentences, and then I want you to make it into a compound sentence, or I want you to make it into a complex sentence. And so you'll need to know the different words and things you'll need to use with that. So that's kind of what your quiz is going to look like. It'll probably be, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 10 sentences, probably 10 questions. So it's not going to be that bad. So let's take a look and see what complex sentences are. It says you have learned about compound sentences. Compound sentences combine related ideas using a connecting word such as and, but, or. A complex sentence also combines related ideas. The ideas are joined by a subordinating conjunction. Look at the sentence below. The canyon is wide because the river has eroded its walls. Okay, so they've taken two separate sentences. The canyon is wide, the river has eroded its walls. And what they did is they put the word because in between it to combine it into one sentence. So because is a subordinating conjunction. So this goes back to the same idea about compound sentences. In order to make your sentences more interesting or to make them longer, you have two short, choppy sentences, you combine it, either make it a compound sentence or a complex sentence, and now you've got a nice longer sentence. So the subordinating conjunction because joins the two related ideas. The following subordinating conjunctions are often used to connect related ideas. So they give you this nice, nifty little chart. So you need to remember those words for when you have your quiz, and I say, okay, I want you to combine these two sentences using a subordinating conjunction, or I might say, I want you to combine these sentences by making it a complex sentence, which means that you need to use a subordinating conjunction. The subordinating conjunction may come in the middle of the sentence. Plains are mostly flat, although some have small hills. So they've taken the sentence, plains are mostly flat, and they've taken the sentence, some have hills, and they've combined it with the subordinating conjunction of although and made it one sentence. The subordinating conjunction may come at the beginning of the sentence. Although some have small hills, comma, plains are mostly flat. Notice that when the first idea in the sentence begins with a subordinating conjunction, a comma follows that idea. So let's go ahead and take a look at practice set A. So practice set A, what you're going to do, it says read each sentence. Write complex if the sentence is made up of two related ideas joined by a subordinating conjunction. So you can always go back and look at that little chart, and that will give you an idea if it's a subordinating conjunction. Write non-complex if it is not a complex sentence. So let's take a look at number 1. It says, after we made the last turn, we reached the mountain. Now, we don't see a subordinating conjunction in the middle of that sentence. Although, did they take two sentences? We made the last turn, we reached the mountain, two sentences, and they combined it with a word after. After, if you'll notice on your little handy-dandy chart, is a subordinating conjunction. So, in that case, that is a complex sentence. So you need to write the word complex on the line. Now, I also want you to make sure you look about where they put that comma, okay? So what they did is they put a subordinating conjunction, their first sentence, then they put a comma before they started writing the second part of that sentence. Number 2, we wanted to see the mountain because it is so majestic. Well, we have two sentences. We wanted to see the mountain. It is so majestic. They combined it by using the word because. Because is on the subordinating conjunction chart, so it is going to be a complex sentence. Now, number 3. A mountain is higher than the area around it. So we have, if we go back up to our chart, do we see the word than on the subordinating conjunction chart? No, it is not there. So that one is not going to be connected by a subordinating conjunction. So you're going to write not complex. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and I want you to stop the video in just a second. And I want you to do 4 through 10 by yourself. And then I want you to come back and check and see if you have the right answers. Now remember, if you go straight to just writing down the answers, it's not going to help you when it comes to quiz time. And so it will affect your grade. And so you may be cutting off like maybe 7 minutes of the lesson if you do that. But in the long run, it's not going to help you when it comes to quiz time. And that's going to get you a lower report card grade, or your mom's going to be wondering what in the world, what happened, because you got them all right on your workbook, but when it came to the quiz, you couldn't get them right. So go ahead and do 4 through 10, then come back when you're ready. All right, now that you have completed 4 through 10, let's take a look at number 4. It says the taller mountains reach into the colder layers of the atmosphere. Well, if we look, there are not 2 sentences combined there. That's all one very long sentence, but they're not taking 2 sentences and combining. So that's just going to be a simple sentence, so it is not a complex sentence. Number 5. Since the mountain slope is gentle, it is perfect for skiing. Well, they combine 2 sentences there. The mountain slope is gentle. It is perfect for skiing. Those are 2 separate sentences. They combined it with the word since. All right? And then they followed that first sentence with a comma. If you look back on your handy-dandy little chart, since is on that chart for a subordinated conjunction, so that is going to be a complex sentence. Number 6, mountains take millions of years to form. Okay, that's not combining 2 sentences together. It's just a simple sentence, so it's not complex. Number 7, a mountain can form when Earth's crust bends. All right, so we've got to decide, if we go back up to that chart, okay, is when on there? Well, if we look, we see that when is on that chart. So we're going to look and say, I got to go to the next one. All right. A mountain can form when crust bends, Earth's crust bends. So we've taken a mountain can form, and we've taken Earth's crust bends, and we've combined those 2 sentences with the word when, which is on our subordinating conjunction chart. So that means it is going to be complex. Unlike mountains, the plains are low and flat. Now this one they're trying to trick you. Okay, so first we have to say, are there 2 separate sentences there? Well, there's not. There's not 2 separate sentences there. And if you look, unlike is not on the subordinating conjunction chart, so it is not complex. That answer says complex, but we're going to change that very quickly. And now that's the right answer. Okay. So let's look at number 9. Because they are low-lying areas, plains can flood easily. All right. Did they take 2 sentences there? They took the sentence, they are low-lying areas, and they've taken the sentence, plains can flood easily, and they've combined them together with the subordinating conjunction of because and a comma, and so number 9 is complex. And the last one. Plains may be surrounded by small hills or mountains. Well, if you look at number 10, they have not taken 2 sentences and combined them, and there's not a word in there that is a subordinating conjunction. So under number 10, it is going to be not complex. So now for our secret code, okay, I've got an easy one for you. What you're going to do is you're going to take your pencil and you're going to write out to the one I goofed up on, and I think it was number 7. It was number 7. And that needs to be changed to not also. Okay, so you need to put on there in pencil, Mrs. Stone is not perfect. Because I told you that wasn't going to happen anyways. So, all right, so I hope you understand what the difference between a compound sentence and a complex sentence are. Okay, but you need to remember that they're similar in that they take two sentences and they use a word to combine them to make one longer, better, more interesting sentence. So, on Friday, we have a quiz over compound and complex sentences. Make sure you go back and understand all of that, and hopefully I can find some sort of a game or something like that that we can play tomorrow to help you practice compound and complex sentences. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.